bro, you've been gone for a year.
Okay.
A year.
Okay.
Don't come back. I had even somebody in my peoples was like, "Yo, when this the new train gonna drop another video?" And I
Who
was like,
said that?
to me, I didn't even say that. I was like, "Damn, how did like?" I was confused. I was like, "Damn, what? You watch Train?" But yeah, I had somebody say that.
All right.
So you better come with some
So
energy,
give
bro.
me.
Don't come back like, "What's up?"
Yes. What's up? That's how I'm
Don't,
calm, cool, collected. Yes.
bro. You've been gone for a
All
year.
right, bro.
Do
Forget the
not come back like
timeline,
it's
bro.
a
Forget the timeline. Okay.
do not return like it's just an ordinary day. You've been gone
Okay.
for a year.
Okay.
You
You
put
know what? Maybe
that's what you need.
muting you for the intro is the better
You
option.
need you need to think about the timeline because that what drives you, bro. Think about it. You've been gone for
Okay. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Michael, better known as TheNewTrain, and I know I've been gone for a year and a couple months, but I'm finally back with another upload. I've gotten a few things to discuss about where I've been, what's been going on with me in my life, but besides that, today we're going to do a different type of video. This is something I feel like needs to be talked about. And today with me I have a special guest. His name is TueKurse. And if you could say hello now, that
How
would
you
be
doing?
appreciated. All
How
right.
you doing too, Chris?
So thank you. You are actually gonna be the first person on this series, I guess. And you know, it's gonna be interviewing multiple different mixer streamers. Um, and you're number one. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, I was always born to be number one, so it's not a huge surprise.
Okay, okay, cool.
Surprise.
So the first question to start off, I want to ask you is, what made you decide to become a streamer?
Maybe besides become a streamer, well, I always played games since I was like little. Since I could pick up a remote, I always play games, and like off my whole life, I always enjoy games with others. And I know I grew up playing single player games, but some when you playing with others, it makes it a whole lot better. So I was like, I wanted to take my gaming to the next level. It's all because I always like to, do the next best thing. And at the time, it was like a few years ago. At the time, that was the go-to. If you want to take your game to the next level, enjoy with like-minded people, and what I'm saying, extend that out a little more. That what you were doing. You stream. So I began streaming for a while. Fell on and off, but just to get the basics, I just want to take it to the next level.
Okay, for sure. Um, and I'll answer these questions too. So what made me decide to become a streamer was basically, um, I was doing YouTube for a long time. I knew what streaming was at the time, but I just didn't feel like it was something I could really like put a lot of time into. But after I, who did I see stream? I saw a YouTuber that I was like a fan or supported of streaming at the same time, and then I was like, you know what, I'll give it a chance since they're doing both. Maybe I could do both. So once they did that, I streamed like I think for maybe a month or two on Twitch, and then I decided to stop. And around this time, it was about maybe May 2019, and Mortal Kombat 11 came out in April. So I was waiting for that game, and as soon as that dropped, I started streaming on Mixer with Mortal Kombat 11. So what made me decide to become a streamer was another YouTuber. When did you start streaming? What year?
What year? This is 2020. Okay, so I
Mm-hmm.
started streaming. I would say, I would say 2017. I started streaming 2017, but I didn't take it as serious because, like I said, I didn't know many people. I didn't know much about it, so I just streamed. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a ongoing thing. It wasn't. I wasn't doing it for professional. I wasn't doing like on that level. I was just here and there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I ain't doing much, so let's go ahead and go live. You know, with the see, I was on the time where on Xbox. Xbox had Twitch on there before it even had, you know what I'm saying, Mixer and all that. It had Twitch on there, so that's how far it was when I was streaming. But like I said, I just did it every now and then. But like I said, I started in probably 2017. Yeah, 2017.
Okay. So yeah, I started streaming probably like late 2018. You know, of course, during that time, Fortnite was really big. So I did Fortnite streams on Mixer, but this was like before, you know, I met you and stuff. I was just doing that with my friends, just like casually streaming. I didn't use a face cam or anything like that. So, yeah, I started streaming probably like late 2018 and then took it like serious like 2019. All right, so next question. Um, were there points in time where you stopped streaming? So I kind of answered that, but yeah, for
Oh,
you,
absolutely. Absolutely. It was like I said, I started in 2017, it's 2020, and I 2020 I just began, you know, doing it like on a day, like not a daily basis, but like a weekly basis. You know what I'm saying? Actually putting time and effort, actually getting the equipment, actually, you know what I'm saying, doing the behind the scenes that you're supposed to do when you want to start growing. Before I did it probably a few months here, stop a long time, come back here. You know what I'm saying? So I took a lot of breaks, and see, I didn't have no guide. No last. A lot of people say if you go start, just continue to go no matter what. But I didn't know that. You know, I was just here and there with it. And like I said, going through college and all that, you have those times. So I took a lot of breaks. I took a lot of breaks. Took a lot of breaks.
okay.
Yes.
So next question: do you see streaming as a hobby or a career?
I see it as a career. I see it as a career. Right now, in the position that I'm in, a lot of people won't see it as a career. But the more you put more effort, the more they'll be able to see it. But I see it as a career because this is something I want to do. I want to be able to enjoy games with others and just be able to do something I like and I'm good at and be able to work at it and then be able to, you know what I'm saying, build something out of it. So I see it as a career.
Right. Okay. For my answer, I definitely see it as like to me is both sides is a hobby and a career. You know, when you're younger and you're just starting off, I feel like it should be a main focus, but not enough to where it's like interfering with what you really want to do. You know, um, because there are family matters, and some people don't see streaming as like a career. So uh, to that, I would say make sure that you're doing what you should do for your family first, and then after that, focus on streaming and see where it takes you. All right. Next question is, how long did it take for you to build an audience? When did you
I'm
get
still in
like
it.
like when I say this, I mean like when did you get like a decent amount of people that like came back often, like
Okay.
regulars? Yeah.
Well, actually, before I took my last break, I had a decent amount of people that used to come in off every stream, and I was like, I said, I started in 2017. I would say probably in 2019. That's in 2019. That's when I began to learn more and had a little better guide to what I need to do next and at the moment. So I began building at that moment, and I've started to gain people that's coming repetitively, and that's when I was playing Minecraft at the moment. That's why I just got into Minecraft and stuff like that, and people used to come through all the time and just chat it up. But like I said, in 2019, that's when it became a moment where, okay, I see something, instead of just doing it here and there. I see improvements.
Right, right. For me, it was my first Mixer stream actually when I came back after late 2018 for the Mortal Kombat streams uh, around what was it, spring. Yeah, my first stream I streamed with a face cam, and after that did daily streams, and people just kept coming back. So it really started as soon as I started streaming, like, and took it seriously with a face cam. Why did you choose to stream on Mixer rather than other streaming platforms like YouTube or Twitch?
Well, like anyone else's answer, I would say only because it was on the Xbox. When Twitch was on Xbox, before I took all my breaks, when I first started streaming, I was streaming a little bit on Twitch, and it was pretty different. I didn't really know, like I said, I didn't know nothing, so I didn't know how to really operate, but I still gave it my shot. And like I said, take my break, and then all of a sudden, make sure it was on Xbox, and I used that because, like I said, I didn't know much, so I only used what I had, and from then on, that's where I began. In 2019, I began to progress, and now I try to invest in a laptop. So I started doing stuff, and I just didn't switch because that's why I started. So, and I didn't even know about YouTube gaming and stuff like that.
Hmm. So yeah, the reason I chose Mixer, like I said, I didn't start on Mixer actually. I was doing YouTube, and then I switched to Twitch for a couple months, and then stopped. When I, um, like you said, Mixer is on or was on the Xbox platform. When I was playing Mortal Kombat 11 at first, I was just playing the game just for fun. You know, I didn't really have too many friends playing it at the time. They were playing, like, other games. And so I went to Mixer to see who was streaming Mortal Kombat 11. And that's where I found a Mixer streamer named Thalmus Game. And he was doing open lobby King of the Hill. And basically, I liked what he had going for him at the time, so I just came back day after day, and then he convinced me to start streaming on Mixer. So ever since then, I streamed on Mixer because of him. All right, next question. At what point in time did you decide Mixer was your home?
At one point in time, I decided well, Mixture was my home.
Where you're like, yeah, Mixer is it. Like, I'm not going to Twitch or like that.
Well,
I'm
in
not
all
going there.
honesty, in all honesty, I've yet to claim any place was my home because I did like as in 2019, I then started to learn about other platforms and it's a lot that each one of them can offer. So I did dabble a little with Twitch after, what I'm saying, like I said, after in 2019, I then began to dabble a little in Twitch and just to get the feel out of that and see how that operates. But I never even got a chance to do YouTube gaming, so I never really physically made make sure my home. It was just the fact that what made me come back was, the people that I knew was there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that I didn't wanna just leave and just leave them behind. So I came back and in my head I'm like, okay, then this is a new start, and I done put a lot of work over here, so I don't know. This is gonna be technically this is my home now since I put so much work in it. But really, I didn't really establish. I didn't really establish. Okay, this is my home yet. I didn't because I say I'm still learning. So I didn't want to make this a guarantee. So I try to put stuff everywhere.
Right, right. Throw eggs, multiple eggs,
Mm-hmm.
different baskets. Okay. Yeah, for me, my story is a little bit different. Like I said, he convinced me to start streaming on Mixer, and my first stream, I got hosted by him. I got hosted by other streamers that were like in the Mortal Kombat community at that time on Mixer, and basically, I just felt like so much support. Like after that day, I knew I wanted to stay on Mixer. I was like, this is something I could probably do for maybe a long time. So probably like my first like official stream on Mixer. All right, next question. What makes Mixer so unique to you?
Oh, and now that it's gone, what makes it so unique is the chats. The chats. You have we have the you can see people pictures in the chats, and you could you could tell who's who. Like on Twitch, it's hard to differentiate. The
Yeah,
most
because
play
it's just
guys,
names and there's
it's
just
just names. It's just
sub
names.
ratings, sub tiers.
Yeah, and it's still, like I said, I'm still getting used to it. But Mixer, it had its own thing when it comes to chat. It has you can whisper and stuff like that. I can't really exactly tell all that it just differentiate, but to me, the chat was the biggest thing because I mean, I like to I be cutting up in chat, so
Hmm.
the pictures thing. People always used to change their pictures every now and then. I was kind of cool. That was their own thing. That's how we communicated. But yeah, I feel like that was a big thing for me.
Right. So for me, what made Mixer so unique? First off, we had Sparks.
Oh yeah.
Um, I was there before they even had Embers. At first they didn't have Embers. Um, yeah, as far as the chat goes, you have your profile picture, which I don't understand why Twitch doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a profile ad, but it's fine. Um, and then you could donate like go they had the soundboard and they had gifts. So I like using those every now and then.
Oh, I mean, the gifts, man. They were iconic. I
Yeah.
love gifts.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what made it unique to me. Okay. Does Mixer have any features that other streaming platforms do not? So that kind of goes hand in. Like the Sparks, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Sparks is unique to Mixer only. Um,
Embers was unique.
Embers was unique. The way the profiles. I've seen maybe like one other streaming platform that has like where you can put your own picture, but besides that one, I don't think any other platform like it really does that. Um, yeah, so those are the features. Does Mixer compete as a streaming service to other services?
Do they compete? I mean, yeah. Even though Mixer was still fairly new, it was begin. People didn't really take Mixer seriously, but it was making a push in the public eye. It was making his push, like it was making his name as people starting becoming known by Mixer and stuff like that. So it started. It began to compare to Twitch and everything. It wasn't pulling in numbers as it should, and I knew that. But then you always wanted to weigh out throughout the
Mm-hmm.
storm. Yeah, it was kind of rough because it's still new. You can't expect a lot, but you can hope for so a change, which it was making. It was trying to make change throughout this whole series of being a streaming platform.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I basically feel the same way on that. Um, why streaming over YouTube? Like why stream over being a YouTuber?
Over being a YouTuber. One, streaming, it gives you that live interaction. When people want to be able to be there while you're gaming. Say if you play a scary game, they want to be able to experience that with you at the same time. That's the thing. Streamers in chat can have something to share. They can share that emotion, that scene, that whatever action just happened. They have the ability to share that together. So that's why one big reason. But me, I'm doing both because best of both worlds, man. I want to be able to put stuff out there for people that want to have live interaction, and then for those who want to, be able to watch it on their own time. I just want to make sure everybody get a chance to be able to view some content.
Right. Right. Yeah. So yeah, streaming over YouTube. That's one of the bigger differences. Is the viewer interaction. Just having people there. So the reason I think that streaming is better than YouTube or being a YouTuber is the interactions are live. The people are there when something goes down, so they get to witness what's going on, and um, it feels like a more alive environment versus YouTube. Well, for YouTube, to me, like what gets YouTubers excited is like comments, right? Um, Having a lot of comments, people saying, what they liked about the video, what made them laugh, or like, just anything, just commenting anything. Usually positive is what makes a YouTuber like keep going. Besides like to dislike ratio, but with streaming, it's like it's not about if they rate, the your content. It's about you. It's about usually when people like a streamer, it's because of that streamer and not the game that they're streaming. So I feel like that's what makes streaming more exciting to me. Is like I feel like the people were there because they enjoyed whatever game I was playing. It didn't really matter. They were there just to see me. So that's why streaming over YouTube. Next question. Did anyone influence what type of streamer you should be?
Anyone influence happen? I I wouldn't say anyone influenced me, but I use people as a guideline.
Mm-hmm.
If I like you and I've been in your channel for a while, there's a lot of things I would like to take from other people's stream because it helps build, like, everyone takes a piece of somebody to be able to build their own. So there's a lot of people out there that at first I was watching Hollywood on Mixer. I was watching him, and I took a lot of stuff from him because what I'm saying, he be yourself. You don't got to go out of character. You got to do crazy stuff. Just be yourself. Enjoy the game. Have fun. And like I said, I used to go on Twitch and watch people like that, big streamers and stuff like that. But on Mixer, like I said, watch Hollywood. But I ain't gonna say it really mold to what my stream is because you want to be different in the streaming community. Like, you want to be, if you're the same as just that guy, then it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna
Yeah,
be
you're
it's gonna
just
be
a
hard
copy
to.
paste. You don't want
Yeah,
to
it's
do
copy
that.
and paste.
Yeah.
So I kind of just based my stream, like, after a while, after going through the kinks and stuff, I started basing my stream off of my anime because I love anime. You got to do stuff you love. That's what drives you. So I based it off my anime. And every time somebody came through a follow, I had to get my Zetsuka. I had to get my sword, and I had to indict them into the shrine. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I took stuff like, just be yourself, have fun, and just enjoy the game, and just bring something you have to the table. Don't try to bring something somebody else have.
Right.
As I kind of looked at him.
Yeah, so for me, I would say definitely Thalma's game. He did influence what type of streamer I should be, but not to where it was like full control. I was at the end of the day, I was being my own self, but I did take a lot of like qualities that he did and try to make it better. So, yeah, I would say I was influenced by someone, to say the least. All right. Next question. As okay, so you can answer this, but this is really for someone who is a mixer partner. As a mixer partner or mixer streamer, how does it feel to have a community?
Well, I mean, I feel that you gotta be partner to have a community,
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Okay, but I mean, it feels great because those people are here because they like what you putting out. They're here for you, like, and you alone and what you bring. So having a community, it drives you. It drives you. Sometimes having a community can be overbearing. Some people that's not ready to be able to adjust to having people coming in and having people giving criticism. Some people are not ready for that, but that's come with that come with the career, come with the game. So being able to have a community just drives you, man. It gives you the ability to bring more to the table and think about other than yourself. So having a community is pretty deep. It's pretty big.
Right, right. Yeah. So yeah, it felt amazing to have people that just every day they just want to support you just because like they enjoy watching you. That feeling is pretty rare for me because in real life your community is your family, and anyone outside of that are just kind of like people you see maybe every now and then, but ultimately you just support yourself. So having others that just are like they just like want to be around you just because is like a really cool feeling. um Next question. Did you influence others to start streaming?
That I do not. Wait a minute. No, I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I have a terrible mind. I remember in the heat of the moment, but it's pretty terrible when it goes. But I feel like I did because after I began to actually put more work into what I love, which is streaming and providing videos and content, and I started to put it out there, and people started, like, people I know and people on social media started coming to me asking me questions regarding streaming or regarding stuff to have. And at first I thought to myself, why you coming to me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
well, you coming to me? And then I begin to realize they're coming to you because you're being seen as, okay, somebody that's knowing what they're doing. So I had a few people. Actually, I believe one of my friends, his name is G Kimosabi. He started streaming after watching my streams and stuff like that, and he started asking me questions and started to build something. Started to go at it. And like I said, a lot of people still come to me asking me information, just not even streaming wise, but other than like editing and stuff like that, because they see me doing different stuff. Because I like doing different stuff, but that's as far as I know of. Like I said, G Kimosabi probably streaming after watching a few and knowing that I'm streaming, and a few others, but I don't think they haven't streamed yet. They come to me about it, but I feel like they will pretty soon.
Right, right. Yeah, same way. I feel like I did influence a few people, especially from Mortal Kombat. There's a lot of people that were like, I want to put myself out there and do this and that, and then they were just like, they asked me like, how do I, basically they just wanted to know how I have everything set up because when you're just streaming on your Xbox, it's not really the same as streaming on your computer. So I just had to, guide a few people and let them know what you can do, and try and get it done.
See, I remember I did influence another person. Yep, you probably seen him before. His name is
Hmm.
Cam Rich. He used to
Yeah.
make me stream. Yeah, he actually started streaming. Cause we went to college together. We go to school together. So he actually learned from the stuff I was doing, and I taught him how to get with the bots and everything. So I kind of influenced him to stream, but he stopped because he said it just wasn't for him. He used to stream like poker, and he
Hmm.
started playing Minecraft, but then after a while he was like, it's just not for him, and you can't be mad at it. If it's not for somebody, it's not for somebody. But yeah, I did influence him to stream.
Okay. Next question. Uh, what do your friends, family, or peers think about streaming?
What do my family, friends, and peers think about streaming?
Yep.
Well, just like with anything else new or never heard of, which a lot of people not don't really hear about it, especially in small country areas. But at first, didn't know much about it. Didn't believe there was something into it. They didn't think it was something. They thought it was just me playing a video game just like any other day. But as time goes on and you put a lot of work into it and then you get some results and then you show these results, that's basically letting your actions do the talking. And once that became action rather than talking, then now it's different. Now it's like, okay, he's streaming. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, okay, now we see what's
Yeah.
going
Now they're
on.
impressed.
Now they're impressed.
Mm-hmm.
So before, it wasn't a thing. I had some friends in the beginning. Had some friends in the beginning that they knew a little bit about it, didn't know too much, just like me. But they always knew that, okay, man. Like, I feel like if you like, this is something, and I feel like you'd be great at it. And those are my mods, Devon, and I call him Devon, but his name is Dr. McCullough on Twitch right now. But him and Cam and Zombie Panda, they always knew that, okay, yo, I kind of know what this is, but anyway, you're gonna be great at it, and gonna go forth, and they still here to this day.
Okay. Yeah. So, uh, same situation. My friends, though, they are all kind of around the same age as me, so they kind of knew about streaming. Um, it wasn't really something I had to explain to them. But for family, um, my when I told my mom, she was like, I mean, kind of like not like that she didn't believe in it. She knew what streaming was because of YouTube. She had like some YouTubers that she watched, and they went live from time to time. So she understood the concept, but she just didn't know about Mixer, like what like the difference really was. Until like I started like building a community, growing, showing her like what I could do and stuff, and then she kind of understood. So yeah, I mean, they they think streaming is okay, or it's cool. Nothing wrong with it. Um, Next question. What did those who weren't familiar with Mixer think about Mixer once they started using it? So when I ask this, it doesn't mean your family. It's just like maybe it's somebody that's a peer or friend, and they had no clue what Mixer was. And when you got them to use Mixer, what did they think about it?
They thought Mixer out of all the platforms, they thought Mixer was the more straightforward. Like it was more easier to comprehend than Twitch and then YouTube and all the other stuff. It was drawn out. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know too much about a lot of stuff, Mixer was that guy. Mixer didn't overbear you with information and widgets and this and that. You go in the chat and that's it. You just
Mm-hmm.
have your little profile. It seemed much smoother, much smooth process, a better welcoming than other platforms.
Right, right. So, um, um, I have a few friends that I did get into Mixer. Um, they just used it casually. I did get one friend to stream, but ultimately he, just decided to stop. Um, but they thought Mixer was cool. Like as far as interface, I think most of them prefer Mixer's interface over Twitch. Um, so yeah, that's it. Has streaming made an impact on your life?
It was, me, yeah. It made an impact on my life because I met a lot of people that has the same motives as me, and that's always a good feeling to meet a lot of people. And I don't know, it gave me something to work towards. I never really want to work. You know what I'm saying? A day 9 to 5. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to make something of my own, something I put work into it, grow it, and be able to advance from there. So that's how this kind of impacted my life. Give me something to work for. Give me something to look for, a little guide. But like I said, I met new people. I'm learning more about this new technology. You know what I'm saying? I never knew about
Mm-hmm.
PC and stuff. So I started streaming, like, what I'm saying, got information about that. Now I got a whole PC here, and I never done none of that before. So I'm learning new stuff, and I'm meeting new people, and I love it. And I'm able
Yeah,
to do it, and I love it. If you love something, you're gonna always have fun no matter what.
yeah, definitely. Mixer has made a huge impact on my life. It's I don't know. It's something that I like I said when I first started, I didn't really feel like I could really handle everything. But once I kind of started talking to people and just doing it, it started to be more familiar and it felt very comfortable to do. So streaming impacted me heavily because if if it didn't, I would have still been doing YouTube as often. If we're being truthful, I would have just stuck with YouTube if it didn't really impact me. All right, have these impacts been positive?
Absolutely, every impact has been positive.
Okay.
That's how I see it because you start from somewhere, you start from nothing. So any impact, if you get, what I'm saying, if you get even a bad impact, I still take it as a positive because the bad impact as in people coming in your chat going crazy. I'm like, yo, you took the time out to come see me, so I'm like, oh, I gotta be doing something right. I gotta be showing something that okay, he wasn't come bother. So I don't know. It's most of the time I see a lot of stuff, positive impact.
Okay. Yeah, these impacts have been very positive for me. Like I said, getting just starting from nothing and then having a community and having people just around you to have like the same goals or the same objectives. It just feels good to be like a part of something. So yeah, it's impacted me positively. Uh, just feeling like you have like a virtual family, if you will. Um, have there been any negative impacts on streaming?
Yeah, negative impact as in, you get discouraged a lot when it comes to this type of profession. You get very discouraged when you go to people's streams. They get viewers left and right. They get followers left and right. They get this and yada yada. Then you come back on yours and you're like, not even a drop. So
Mm-hmm.
that's probably the negative impacts. But you just gotta grow and grind, man. You just gotta keep grinding. And at that moment, now there was a time where I was before I started, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at now, before the last break I took, I almost cut out streaming for good. I almost stopped it for good because I used to put so much work in every stream. I put so much work in everything I got. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to bring something to the table new, and I felt like it wasn't being appreciated. And like I was like, yo, what is wrong? What's going on? Why? Like, what is making me different from that guy? You know what I'm saying? So I began to. That's why I like to weigh out all my options. So before I make a decision, I weigh out every option. So my last option was I gotta start talking to people. I gotta start getting information from people that I see that are not too big. That's because if you get too big of a streamer, it's hard to get in contact. They got so much going on. So I try to get somebody that's got a small base community and is willing to give me some feedback. So I just went to everybody. But I wasn't getting no feedback at all. So I'm like, man, what am I gonna do now? So at that moment, I was like, you know what, man, I'm done with this. So last, let's see, I was on just being a viewer on one of my friends' stream. Her name is Beauty Marks, and I just told her the same thing I was telling you right now. I was like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? What is going on? You know what I'm saying? I need help. I need something to push me right now. See something to get me over this hump because it's a tall hump. And she just gave me the 411. She was like, you just got to keep going. It's hard right now. You know what I'm saying? You're a small streamer. It's hard. Just keep on bringing your energy and it will work out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to tell you everything because I
Mm-hmm.
just got to answer the question. So
Mm-hmm.
majority, she just said, you just got to keep being you. You just keep going and just, eventually it will work out. It will pay out. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And then I began to do that. And that's when I began to actually get progression. I started. That's right. That my last break was the beginning of this right here. So where I'm at now, that was right before this. So if I would have stopped, this wouldn't have been this right here. So I feel like that was when the time that I forgot the question. I forgot. I rambled so much. I forgot the question. I forgot it. I went
Nah,
on. I'm sorry.
you want me to ask it again?
Yeah. What was the
Oh,
question?
have
I'm
there
sorry.
been any negative impacts on
Okay,
streaming?
there we go. So yeah, so that was the negative impact. Me being discouraged so much because you put so much work and effort, and you just feel like it's being wasted. But now that that has happened, and I've begun to grow, and now I know what I need to do. I actually use that as a content. I actually got a video coming up in my head. I'm writing down. It's a small short film about that, but I ain't gonna talk too much about it. But yes, I'm working on a short film
Okay.
regarding that right there.
All right. So my response to this, to be honest, I'm not trying to be like arrogant or anything, but I haven't really had too many negative impacts on streaming. But I've known many streamers, and I've seen a lot of what goes down when things don't go right. So I've seen other streamers be negatively impacted due to their current situations in real life or whatever, and it just made them stop. And when they come back, nobody else is back to support them. So I haven't really been affected too much negatively on streaming, but I've seen negative impacts on streamers around me. So yeah. Um, what are your thoughts on Mixer's recent decisions slash choices?
About being shut down. Is what you
Yes,
mean?
that is what I'm talking about.
To be honest,
Okay.
man, to be honest, I had a talk with my mods before a shutdown was even happening. I was already making a change fully towards Twitch before this even happened because, like I told you before, I to this point I felt like a lot that I was bringing wasn't being appreciated on Mixer. I felt like it wasn't being appreciated. I felt like they don't have the right tools to help small streamers build. They don't have the right tools. The only reason a lot of small streamers are being able to build is because they made friends with bigger streamers. Like there's not much tool there on Mixer, and I felt
Mm-hmm.
like that hinders people more than anything. So I was already preparing. I was behind the scenes making different widgets,
Making
different
money
panels.
moves, bro.
Yeah, I was doing that behind the scenes before this even shutdown happened. And when it happened, I was talking to my friends. I was like, "Yo, you was already talking about switching nights. Mixer is being shut down altogether, bro." And I was like, "Yo, I know, bro. I know. No one's gonna
And it's
believe
an
it, but I know, bro.
insider, bro.
Bro, I was like, no one's gonna believe it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then like when I made the switch to Twitch, I mean, it wasn't hard because, like I said, I had a small community, but then I was already preparing myself to switch anyway. So, yeah.
Okay, so my thoughts on the recent decisions. I
I didn't
mean,
even answer the
I'm
question. I'm sorry.
so
Go ahead.
so how okay, so how does it make you feel? Do you feel like sad at all? Do you feel like what do you feel about
I
the
feel
switch?
that yes, the door has closed for Mixer,
Mhm.
but I definitely see a lot of doors open.
Mhm.
A lot. Because yes, Mixer's gone. A lot of people build their fan base off Mixer. A lot of people made their Mixer their home. But if you was doing what you supposed to and build the right type of community that you supposed to, then wherever you go, the people will follow. It's you they come for. It's not Mixer. They don't come for you because it's Mixer. They come for you because it's you. So yeah, it was pretty crazy about the whole situation being shut down and all the extra stuff that it was being said. But you gotta look at it like, okay, now it's time to branch out. Now it's time to put more content out than ever before because yes, there's a people that went to Twitch or Facebook. There's a boatload of crowds being pushed towards these platforms, giving more opportunity to grow. Like yes, Mixer shut down, but I thoroughly believe that more people will grow that Mixer has been shut down. I feel like this is a big growing step for a lot of people for a lot of people to realize, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what need to be. This would need to happen. I feel like that's how I felt with the whole situation, mixing mission. Like I wasn't sad at it. I seen a lot of people sad. Like I said, they built a lot of stuff. A lot of people out of jobs, but you're able to make a comeback and it gives you that drive again.
Mhm.
Some people get to the top and get kind of complacent and get comfortable, but it gives you that drive. And
Mhm.
either at that point it's either it broke you or it made you stronger. And so I believe some people got broken. You know what I'm saying? Sad that it is, but it, you just gotta either look at it, if it breaks you, you get stronger. Get stronger. If you
Yeah.
don't, other foot the weak.
Nah, I got you, bro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my thoughts. I mean, yeah, it was a sad event. But ultimately, it was for the better. There are a lot of things on Mixer that weren't perfect. It was just kind of thrown under the rug. Especially being, like you said, a smaller streamer growing. If you weren't a part of a team, like don't don't expect to be a partner. Let's be honest. So that was just like one of the bigger things too. Um, but yeah, I mean, it just made us see, that you can't hold on to everything. You know, some
Yeah.
things have to go. So my thoughts were like I
Okay.
wasn't like resentful, but I was just a little disappointed
At the
that it
actions,
happened.
yeah,
Yeah,
very
at the
disappointed.
actions.
Yeah, how it was carried out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
very
was so.
disappointed.
I mean, it was a month, but that was still pretty sudden. You know what I
That
mean?
was
So
very sudden, very sudden. But the
yeah.
thing is, man, at once I started looking at a lot of details, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the the viewership. I was I am this I always since I've been streaming again I was always disgusted by the viewership of each game on Mixer. I was this if you didn't enjoy BRs,
Mhm.
then it would be damn near impossible to build a community. It would be very hard. I'm not gonna say you can't do it, but it's very very hard to build a viewership if you're not playing a BR, because that's always at the top was BR, and I'm looking like,
Mhm.
man, you have to put aside. It was been put in a case where I put aside what I like to do just to try to build an audience. Like where I got
Mhm.
now, I had to play a few games where I quietly didn't enjoy to be able to gain an audience, man. But after a while, when I stopped doing that, I just said, man, F this, man. I ain't doing this, man. I'm tired of BR. That's what made me became tired of BRs. Because if you ain't played it, then you might as well count your chips, man. Walk from the table. But it's always different methods. But yeah, I felt like that's just one thing that was big. Because then you go on Twitch and stuff like that. Like with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat gonna make you probably have like a good solid, let's see, 200 viewers. You go
Mhm.
on Twitch, you got, you know what I'm saying, 21K, 31K. Like, eh, there's a difference there. It's
Yeah.
it's always it's just numbers, but there's a huge difference there. It's a huge difference. Huge difference. You don't have on Twitch. You have the opportunity to play the games you quietly enjoy instead of just trying to be like the next person and just play another BR again.
Right. Okay. So that was good. What platform do you support now?
Support, well, if I have to support one, I
You
mean,
can say
I guess I'm,
multiple.
yeah, right now I haven't tried Facebook gaming. I haven't tried YouTube gaming, but I'm streaming on Twitch right now, and I now putting in videos on YouTube. Like I just started actually being more in depth in this stuff, so I'm actually putting content out. So I don't know, man, because I say I start building an audience on YouTube. I'm gonna try to distribute that with Twitch, and maybe this is not the road for me. Maybe I got to go somewhere else. I don't know, but I'm gonna work it out until I can work it out. You know what I'm saying? Until we can
Mhm.
figure something out. You find what kind of least uncomfortable, and you go full throttle. So that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna continue to put videos on YouTube and try to put stuff out there, to build an audience and just get my stuff out there so people to be able to enjoy it. Because a lot, like I said, with this going on, everything going on, pandemic included, people look for content to watch to take their minds off of stuff. That's what people fail to realize. People want to watch things to take their minds off of it. They want to laugh a little. They want to feel a little different emotion to what is going on right now. So this is the perfect time to grow as much as possible. This is I will say, but this is what I got on you about it. But because this is the perfect time. There's plenty. If you look everywhere, people are watching every giving thing to take their mind off of what they're. That's why it's good to put videos out there. So that's why I tell you. But we're here. We're
Okay.
not worried about the past. We're here.
So yeah, platform support. I support Twitch 100% now.
100%.
100% support Twitch. I support YouTube.
He's full
Maybe
sending.
50%.
50. Whoa.
But
Oh.
that's all gonna change. Okay, that's all gonna
Oh.
change.
Okay.
Okay, looking forward.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
percentage will go up higher and higher. Uh, the more I upload. So yeah, I support YouTube and Twitch as of now.
3 uploads a week.
Oh, okay. Next
Turn it up
question.
a notch.
Do you think Facebook gaming will thrive or not?
Facebook gaming is not going nowhere, just like Twitch is not going nowhere. No matter what you're gonna do, they not going nowhere. They have a foothold in a lot of stuff Twitch wise, but Facebook gaming not going nowhere because Facebook not going anywhere. Facebook's not going nowhere no time soon. So it's all in time. At first, no one knew what Mixer was. Then, as the time goes by, you started to learn a little more. They're starting to upgrade, not upgrade, but update a little more. So all it takes is time. And with Mixer gone, I mean, it's YouTube gaming, Twitch gaming, and Facebook gaming. And then you got your lower stuff that, some people know about it, but not really much. So all it takes is one big event, and then they're in the rat race. But I mean, it still has potential to thrive. There's no, it's like there's not room to thrive. So, and with the people switching and stuff like that, it may bring something to the table. It may bring something to the table. But like I said, I don't believe any one of them is going anywhere. Just depending on what the basis they have and the people that's behind it. It's not going anywhere.
Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, you're right on that. I think that Facebook gaming has a very strong grip on the community as far as streaming because of Facebook and wherever they're putting their support out, their sponsors in other areas. So Facebook gaming should thrive because they have so many different outlooks. Um, they have a lot of areas that they're in. So yeah, that answers that. Okay. Have your goals for streaming or as a streamer been achieved?
Not fully, but you start off having small obtainable goals, like okay, reaching 100 followers, reaching at least three people chatting at a time, stuff like that. But my biggest goal is to become, what I'm saying, a partner. But I kind of want to become a partner, but I want to go into esports. I really do want to go into esports, and those are kind of some of the goals that I got set out, and there's just a lot of objectives I got to do to get there. So becoming a partner and possibly going into esports.
Okay.
So, but they haven't been met. But like I said, I've accomplished a lot of achievements to get to these goals. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. So, yeah, my goals, I wouldn't say they were fully achieved either. I did reach a lot of goals while streaming on Mixer. I hit 1,000 followers, so that was pretty big. And my average viewership used to be from like 10 to 15 range, so that wasn't bad. But of course, there's always room for improvement. Um, so yeah, I mean, I did reach some goals that I wanted to complete while I was on Mixer, but not completely. I didn't, become a Mixer partner or anything. So yeah, I mean that's my answer on that. And that is actually the last question of the interview.
We've made it.
So, bro, how do you feel?
I feel great. I feel achieved, accomplished. That I'm number one. Number forever,
Again,
always be.
this is episode 1 of the, what should I call this? You know what? You can be here for this. What should I title the YouTube video?
Dang it, bro! I'm not prepared for this. What you call this whole what you calling this whole segment?
I was
What
thinking
is
of saying Mixer Meltdown. What you think?
Mixer Meltdown episode 1?
Yeah. What you
Mixer
think?
Meltdown
Or
episode
maybe,
1.
or could I just be basic and just put Mixer interviews
Why would you
featuring?
want to be basic? You just answer your own question. You
Do
just
I
answer
play
your
it
own question.
safe or do I hit the
Play
wild
it.
card?
Play it safe. Play it
Okay, I'm
safe.
asking the wrong person here.
Yeah, what?
Okay.
Play it safe.
Okay.
I don't believe in safe.
Do you stand with the bat? Do you let the ball hit the bat, or do you go for a swing? What do you do?
Going for the swing.
Okay.
I don't care if I miss or not. I'ma swing it.
That bat is going out the window, buddy.
I'm willing to risk it.
Okay. Nah, but for sure. Yeah, you're on episode 1. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you,
That
thank you.
is the end of the interview. Um, Let me know if there's any other questions, like what I should add for the future for future streamers.
You
I'll
got
do that.
it.
If you have any like any critiques on my questions, they can be changed.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Shout out to TueKurse. Please follow him on
Yo,
where? Where can they follow you?
you can follow me on Twitch at TueKurse. That's it. TueKurse. You can follow me on YouTube. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button at TueKurse. TueKurse. That's it.
What about your
That's
Twitter?
it.
You want them to follow Twitter?
You can follow my Twitter. I'm not really too big in the social media category, but y'all can help me out with that. Follow me on Twitter at Press Malik, PresMalik.
Okay, for sure. So I'm going to definitely link all those down in the description for you to check him out. Make it easier for you so you don't have to type his name on everything. But yeah,
Shouts out to this guy.
thank you all for watching. Hope I catch you all in the next video, and I'll see you all later.
It's nice.